And if there's any of your viewers that are not from Newfoundland, my one piece of advice would be to get off of the Trans-Canada Highway.
Yeah, for sure.
Whenever you see a turn, take it.
Get off.
Wherever you see a gravel road, go on it.
Oh yeah, we've been on. That's
Because-
perfect advice. We hear that time and
Well,
again.
the Trans-Canada goes through the middle of Newfoundland. And if
Exactly.
you want to see history and the way it was
Yeah.
and what you think Newfoundland should be about, you need to get to the water.
And see people like you. Heather is absolutely right. The Trans-Canada Highway will get you there, but the real magic happens when you get off the road. Join us as we drive along the Trans-Canada Highway from one end of the island to the other and show you where to find all the incredible places that are just a turn away. Welcome to the Rock. We're starting our road trip right off the ferry in aux Basques. First, be sure to fill up. There are only 2 small gas stations between here and Brook. Right away, you'll be driving on a 1-lane highway, sharing the road with 18-wheelers fresh off the boat. The views are what you're here for, driving alongside the stunning long-range mountains. It's a beautiful 2.5 to 3 hour drive to Brook, which is a great place to stop. Just after the turnoff to Deer Lake, you'll see the turnoff for the Northern Peninsula. This journey could be a whole vacation all on its own. The region is a mix of epic landscapes and deep history. You can hike the stunning Tablelands and Gros Morne National Park, or explore the stunning fjord-like gorge at Western Brook Pond. You can also find your inner Viking at the Meadows National Historic Site. You want to give this trip at least 2 weeks to properly explore everything. After the scenic mountains of western Newfoundland, the drive through the central region is a welcome change. The road here is much flatter and straighter, which makes for a nice, relaxing cruise on your way to Gander. As you travel the 3 to 4 hour stretch, the drive feels a lot less isolated as you hit bigger hubs like Grand Falls, Windsor. Perfect spot for a pit stop. As you drive, you'll see turnoffs that can lead to entire vacations all on their own. The Kittiwake coast is your gateway to places like Twillingate, where you can hop on a boat and cruise down Iceberg Alley. You'll want to give this trip at least 10 days to properly explore everything. A little further out is Fogo Island, a world-famous art and culture destination. Central Newfoundland also has some incredible history. You can make a pit stop in Gander to learn about the region's rich aviation history, or visit Terra Nova National Park, a certified dark sky preserve, perfect for a night of stargazing. By the time you get past Gander, you'll be well on your way to the final beautiful legs of your journey. As you leave the central region behind, the landscape begins to change again, becoming more populated and rolling, and you'll soon find yourself in eastern Newfoundland. This area is steeped in history and culture. You can take a trip to the Bonavista Peninsula to explore the historic town of Trinity. While it takes time to get everywhere, it's a gorgeous place to stop for a meal, and if you're there at the right time of year, you can catch a play at their famous theater festival. From there, you can visit the Ryan Premises National Historic Site in Bonavista to learn about 5 centuries of the fishery industry that built this province. You could also take a detour to the Bonavista Lighthouse to watch for whales, and most importantly, see the Puffins at Elliston. You'll want to give yourself 10 days to really see all this area has to offer. From here, you'll be on your way to the final region of the journey, the Avalon Peninsula. As you make your way onto the Avalon Peninsula, you'll feel the change in the landscape as the road widens to a double highway about an hour outside of St. John's. The region is a world unto itself and truly has too much to mention, so you'll want to give yourself 3 to 4 weeks here to fully explore. St. John's is a great place to start with its colorful houses and vibrant nightlife. From there you can hike up to Signal Hill or stand at the most easterly point in North America at Cape Spear. The region is actually broken up into 4 main drives, including the one around St. John's. The Irish Loop is famous for its coastal views and whale watching tours, with thousands of humpback and minke whales feeding in the area from May to August. For the Cape Shore Drive, you can visit the St. Mary's Bird Sanctuary and Castle Hill, while the Bacaloo Trail is home to the Wooden Boat Museum, celebrating the timeless craft of building wooden boats. This area has so much to see, you could spend a month here and still only scratch the surface. So hopefully that helps you guys first trip to Newfoundland, what to expect on the highway. But we thought we'd hop on here and give you some other ideas. Maybe you want to get out a pen and paper, take notes.
For sure.
When we get off the Port Basques, be very careful about the gas situation, right? Because hardly anywhere to get gas. In fact, on the whole island,
there's not many places to get gas. So I always say to the kids when they're younger, fuel up. Don't let your tank go under half.
So if you see a convenience store or Tim Hortons,
Take advantage.
Irving is fabulous. They're really nice, clean washrooms. Gas up and use the washroom there before you go on to the next day.
It's totally different because we traveled all over North America, all over Newfoundland with the kids when they were younger.
Yes.
We went twice. We drove across the BC. Once we went on a big trip down through the States, especially the States. Really convenient.
Yeah.
This is the opposite.
So when we went through the States, like there's these comfort stations.
Oh my heavens!
You will not get a comfort station in Newfoundland. Just for warning, we are very rural. We're very rugged, and we're in the middle of wilderness. So there's no houses, as you've seen. Like when you look at the video, you can see there's no house.
So a few larger places.
Yes.
And with the highway, sometimes it's double lane, but like Nori mentioned in the video, it's mostly just double lane here when we're going into town.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and then we also go from the highway, Trans-Canada Highway, to smaller roads, which are a lot narrower. The shoulder is not nearly as wide, and you have to reduce your speed.
Yeah.
And then when you go into the smaller communities, it's even slower still. So don't anticipate to go 90 kilometers or 100 kilometers all the way.
No. You're a little spoiled on a lot of the roads in the highway. And speaking of the roads again, you might encounter a lot more ruts in the road because I mentioned about 18-wheelers. We don't have a railway system in Newfoundland. That was yanked up a long time ago. So these 18-wheelers will just barrel along and create ruts, and that's especially difficult when you have just a new range, sometimes a bit of grease. So be very careful of that, right?
Yes.
Careful of those ruts.
Yeah. The other thing that I want to talk about is you can get off on Aux Basques, which is great. You can do the west coast, you get off on Aux Basques and drive all the way across to the east coast. Or you can, if you want to, you can cut your driving time by going to Argentia, and then you're closer to the east coast where there's lots of
So
things
much
to
to
do.
see, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if we mentioned about the road, the moose.
The moose on the road, right?
Oh my heavens, if you see a moose sign, that's for real. Don't just think it's a sign you'll never see it. Moose are a real thing here. So be careful, try not to drive around dusk or around dawn because that's when they're on the move.
Yes.
And there's always accidents, especially Terra Nova. They actually have a sign for moose accidents.
And Gros too. Keep your eyes open, peel.
For sure.
You might be able to see them, and they're out and about. And just be careful when they do because they're top heavy. So when a vehicle hits them, they're going to hit their legs, and the whole heaviness of the moose is going to come in over the bonnet.
Big animals.
The other thing was we're talking about cell phone service. Cell phone service is next to nil in smaller communities. Nothing. So we were kind of stuck because we like being in contact with our children.
Well, I want to do some videoing too,
Yeah, and nothing. So we need to invest in something that we can, wherever we go, we can have some sort of service for our Wi-Fi and
maybe a Starlink
connection.
or whatever, something similar.
Yeah, we have to look into that and see what we're going to get.
If you want that. But speaking of cell service, that reminds me of boondocking.
Yes.
Anyone in the boondocking, holy smoke, this is boondocking heaven.
Anywhere, just go off the road on a wharf or over by a thing, or in a playground.
We saw over the summer. We saw people. Well, we boondock a little bit. We're sort of iffy about it. We're back and forth on it. About down in St. Mary's. If you want to see the video,
Yeah, that was lovely. Yeah.
A bit, but anyone totally into it, it's awesome.
Now, and also, if you have a big rig, be careful. You have to research it if you can turn around. Some of these roads are straight and there's no turnaround. So make sure if you're going down a road, you're able to turn around. The other thing we're going to talk about are the whales, the puffins, and the icebergs.
Oh, right. Yeah. If you're coming across the West Coast, one of the best places, I think I mentioned again, was Iceberg Alley around Twillingate for icebergs. And that's not the only place.
Twillingate, Fogo, and
Bonavista.
Yeah. Then the next one up would be Bonavista for icebergs again, because the icebergs come down from the north and then come down. Yes.
Now, the times though, you can't see those anytime during the summer. May, June, mostly.
May and June, and sometimes that they'll come and they'll come across. You might be able to see them from Cape Spear and Signal Hill, but that would be May and June.
Yeah. Now make sure you dress for it because it's not the warmest of May.
And then that's the icebergs. The whales, so I think they start off around Cape Grace, which we were before, and Cape St. Mary's, and that's down the bottom part of the Avalon. They will come across, and if you want to go and see them really close up, they will be in St. Vincent's.
Oh, that is the spot. I can't wait. We missed it this year. I can't wait to go back. And just about an hour south of St. John's, you probably heard of whale watching tours. They're fantastic. You can see whales and puffins out there.
That's Bay Bulls, and there are at least two. There's more than that, smaller ones if you look for smaller ones. But
tours.
Two major tours to go.
I think both of them are pretty good. We went on one years ago.
Oh, it was amazing, and it was so cute to see those little puffins.
Yeah. The other spot for puffins from land would be Elliston, which is close to Bonavista.
Right.
Yeah.
The puffins are again June to July, August, and they're out, and you can walk up to them, and they're pretty
I don't
close.
know how close we're going to go there. I don't think we went there. That's another spot. I hope we didn't miss anything other than make sure you take your time. Don't be in a rush. And if you are in a rush, well, take less of a chunk of Newfoundland to see and come back again, because I don't know if you're going to see it all.
If not, just take your top 5 or take your top 3 or 4 things that you want to see and enjoy them. Take your
In a
time
section,
and don't expect to see everything at once. We live here and we have not seen everything at once.
No, my Lord.
No, there's too much for us to see.
And if you got any, if you're planning now and you got any idea for some more videos for planning, give us a shout.
Yes.
And anyone who's subscribed, thanks so much for subscribing. And if you're interested in watching more videos, subscribe, keep up with everything, and we'll hope to do more adventure videos in the future. That's it for now. See ya.
See you later.